Alright, morning folks. Me, myself and I, are parked at Penny Pass car park. So this is at the base of Snowdon. I'm in Snowdonia National Park. I was here yesterday. I climbed the mountain with a good friend, Sarah Williams, known from Tough Girl Challenges. We went up the pig track and then came down the miners track. Got to the summit, really good day, super chill, super easy. Today, I'm toughening things up a little bit. I'm going up Crib Goch, which is known as one of the most extreme knife edge routes that you can do without actually being climbing, certainly in the UK. So I'm nervous and excited. I've done striding edge, I've done swirl edge, I've done sharp edge, I've done the whole bunch of them. Oh, where's this car going? He's going in there. But this is kind of the pinnacle, I think. There's a lot of debate as to which is more challenging, and I guess I'm going to find out today. It was kind of cool yesterday being able to scout out the route as well, because from the pig and the miners track I could see the entire ridge from all different angles from the summit as well. My goal isn't even really to reach the summit, it's just to do Crib Goch today, just to push those limits a little bit more. So we'll see how we go with filming it. I'm feeling okay in general, but anyone who's followed my social media platforms, where I try and keep you guys up to date as much as possible, will know it's been a really turbulent time these last few months, but weeks in particular. My mental health has been very bad, and there's been a lot of question as to whether this is the right thing for me to do today, but I really believe it is, because it's almost like a physical manifestation of what it is like dealing with mental health, feeling right on the edge with sheer drops either side, and the only way you can go is forwards, or just stop and take a breather. So step by step, I'm just packing the bag anyway, get lots of water, got my tripod, got my camera, got my stick. I need to put some cream on my face because I have really dry skin, and I have Penny's lead. She's climbing with me, my wee Westie, who is no longer with us, but she always comes on my walks with me in some way or another. And then we think we're good, lock the car and get going. I'm a little bit late starting than I'd like, but that's all right. Mountain's not going anywhere. Ideally we don't drop the camera this early into the hike. Okay, we've got a bunch of signs here. So behind us, as we've seen, is the miners track. So the pig track, PYG, we have to follow that initially, and then right up in front of us, well, that is actually Crib Goch. So we're going to branch off up there in a little bit. Let the climb begin. I can't decide if I'm cold or not. I know I'm just emotional. It's been a long morning already. Just need to get my feet on the ground, quite literally and metaphorically, head into the experience and let the mountain do its thing. Mountain energy always helps me. Here's the little billboard, just saying about the miners and pig track. So you can see here the red line, and then where it branches left, and you can continue up, and that is Crib Goch. The highest point's actually sort of halfway along the ridge, so let's see how we go. Accident, black spot. Okay, well, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Let's go.
The pig track is actually the shortest route up Snowdon, with the least amount of ascent. Not that that mattered too much to me though, as I was only using the first stretch to reach the base of Crib Goch.
Morning.
Morning, you right there?
Yeah, thank you. I'm still trying to decide whether I'm nervous about the cloud or not. I mean, it's not a hugely dense cloud bank that is moving across Crib Goch, but it's enough to be a little bit intimidating. This is very unfamiliar territory for me. Wales in general, you know, I've grown up exploring these mountains somewhat. I've done Snowdon I don't know how many times as a kid, but this is different. This feels wild and real. You know, I said yesterday in the video that Crib Goch is notorious for people dying. Last year, 2020, I guess what with people not being able to go on their usual holidays, they thought, oh, let's try Crib Goch. And the truth is, this is not a gym. There is no health and safety conduct. If you slip, and you're in trouble. And I know there's kind of only one way to go with regards to with the cloud being down, but I'm just going to take this steady. And this is definitely one of those times where I have to consciously choose to lean into knowing what I'm capable of, what I've done, where I've been, what I've seen, and actually my abilities. And underneath all the agitation and anxiety that comes with dealing with mental health, I know I'm a pretty solid and calm person. I can be rational, and the mountains force you to be rational. This actually isn't a case of, let's see how this goes. It's only going to go one way. I'm going to succeed today. Resisting the urge to say hopefully. It's almost like to get to the mountain, we have to go through a mountain graveyard. These massive boulders. I don't know if these are erratics, so they're left behind by the glacier that would have moved through here, or if they've tumbled down from up there. If the second option is the case, I'm going to keep moving. Nice little burn coming down there.
Climbing higher, I gained broader views over the surrounding lands. I wasn't optimistic that the cloud would shift off the summit, so I certainly made the most of it as I headed upwards.
Slightly rockier section here to get up. It's all good though, because hey, look at this! Round the corner and they put in steps. Yeah, big steps. Big steps for little legs. Yeah. There's definitely more bright spots. I would say things are shifting the right way. I just want to see that in front of us, and it's not quite catching up yet. Just all adds to the mysterious demeanour of Crib Goch itself. You know, Snowdon, the name Snowdon in Welsh means snow-capped mountain. I'm pretty sure that's what Kilimanjaro means as well. Or is that white-capped mountain? Interesting, isn't it? Around the world, no matter where you are, you'll find similarities in places like the mountains. Or maybe just in my head, because I'm confused. Alright, just approaching the junction then where we turn off to climb up to Crib Goch. You can really see the cloud base is actually quite low as we round the corner. But I want to use this time to remind myself of what I'm capable of and that I can. That was my motto, I can. Alright, here we go. Leaving the pig track, heading up into the cloud towards Crib Goch. I don't think I'm going to be wearing my hat for long. It's really quite windy. I feel really nervous if I'm honest. Know that I can. Slowly, slowly. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. Real feeling of trepidation more than anything. Getting frustrated with my hair flying around my face. Seems like we skirt around to the left before we really tackle the first face of the scramble. It's good. Get myself in the zone. This is happening, people. Come on. See, there's a few folk up ahead. Kind of nice to not be completely alone on here. But I think we're going to be good. Fantastic views. Gotta enjoy them whilst they last. It's going to be a lot of this. Just showing my feet manoeuvring on the rocks. That's the closest I can get you to the real life experience. Oh Jesus, people coming down. I would not like to be them. See, up there, that's where I need to go. It's all just like slanting slightly. I feel very small. Seems like everyone else went that way. I feel a bit sick. All good. Know that I can. So far, so good anyway. I think this is the base of the rock face. There's always another hold. That's something I'm telling myself about life in general. Even when it looks like we're up against a solid rock face, there's either another way, like where I'm going now, or another hold. Just gotta focus, gotta breathe, and gotta hold the faith. I don't know what the deal is with this path. There's one that just keeps wandering off in a this way direction. And it doesn't seem... Well, it seems to go up the side as opposed to up the front, but I feel like I'd rather go up the front. There's more rock to choose from. Actually, geology appreciation moment. You see that rock there? How cool is that? Clearly volcanic or something.
Snowdon and its surrounding peaks have been described as a true example of alpine topography, with most of the surrounding cirques being formed by glacial erosion.
I think it's this way. Just sort of looking for the eroded stone to guide my footing. Here we go. I was actually about to say, so far I haven't really needed any hands, but now I do. What do I? Ready? Yeah, all in the thigh muscles, people. I'm pretty sure it's not that way, although people have gone that way. I'm gonna go this way, slightly down actually. Just keep the focus. There's always a next step. Good. Right, now you're going to stay there a second. It might even be time to put you away, but for now I think you're still allowed. And I am going to use my hand. Just like this. Oh, and the views are clearing. Just so everyone can see me fall down the mountain. No, positive. No words, just a lot of snot. Sure, filming this is not the best idea I've ever had, but then, you know, I don't actually know. I'm filling the silence with anything but the sounds of my screams. Steady. Okay. Beauty, eh? Give me a hold, people. Oh, my foot doesn't Ah, it's all good fun, right? I think this is the thing, like, I'm nervous, but I think that's the voices in my head. You know, I'm anxious, but that's the lies that have been spoken over me. I bet it's making some of you guys nervous, isn't it? I'm excited, and that's me. I enjoy this stuff. This makes me come out of me, you know? Sometimes we have to do something really out of the ordinary, really extraordinary to get back into ourselves, or rather bring ourselves out of ourselves. I have a feeling this is going to be one such example. I mean, I do find myself questioning why it has to be so extreme, but this is the path I must walk. Slash climb. See all this jaggedy rock? So much easier. Just grippier, you know? I'm not even panting hard because my heart rate's up. It's more just adrenaline, I think. Plenty of adrenaline right now. Maybe I should have gone the other way. Oh, good. Yeah. Heading right up to the ridge now. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You got this. One breath at a time, one step at a time. Well done, Abby. You know that you can. Ay, come on, buddy, come on. You're good, man, you're good, you know? This is actually real pretty safe. You know you can trust yourself. You've got this. Oh. Oh, crap. Here we go. Jeez, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. I love it. Jeez, this just feels like such a flipping metaphor for what it's like dealing with mental health right now. I feel like I'm in the exact environment that it feels like in my head all the time. Just this. Pretty terrifying. Exciting because there's opportunities. And if we choose to, with a growth mindset, we can take and make opportunities out of anything. But it doesn't mean it's not scary. Nervous laugh. So bizarre because I literally have no idea what I'm walking up to. Like, is this the way? I'm presuming so. Oh, look, a gigantic drop. This is definitely not winter terrain, is it? I got this, man. It is possible. I'm safe in my own hands. I'm safe. I can trust myself. I'm gonna trust myself. Right now, I take this very moment to choose life. I'm gonna step onto this trail. I'm gonna be conscious. I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna make it. I'm grateful. Geez, it feels like just the mountains. Every time I come up to somewhere that's a little bit sketchy, I just get so grateful for my life. This is an adventure. I want to do this. I'm not defined by my mental health. I am me, Abby. And I know I can. Let's get it done. This is a little bit absurd, actually. Never mind. All good. Oh, look how jaggedy this is. This is insane. Wonderful. Nice afternoon in the mountains. Actually, it's still the morning. Never mind. Irrelevant. Time does not matter up here. As long as it doesn't get dark, I'm good. I don't mind kind of being on one side of the drop because I have this like wall to barricade me from that side, so I only have this side to worry about. So here's the thing, it's exposed, but it's not too bad so far. No clue how far we have to go. Don't really have a clue about anything, to be honest, except this is manageable so long as you don't let the exposure get to you. This is crazy. Look at this. Just really gnarly. Full concentration required. Which way do I go? Oh, the wind is not helpful today. Jeez, come on. I don't recommend trying to do this with a camera. Little steps. There we go. Got it. Oh, jeez. How do we... Oh, phew. Looks like we can go around this. That looks quite extreme. I don't want to go up that, actually. I'm happy to go this way. Good job. sort of wondering at what point the camera should go away. So far it's been okay. I'm stood here. I have to get up here. Yes, now is the time the camera goes away. Alright, let's go. Good. Alright, now we've got to get up there. I think that's doable.
Something that made a difference to me getting through the day was that I was rarely alone for long, even with the clouds around me. There were always a handful of others tackling the route, some more confidently than others, and despite them being complete strangers, it made a difference to my experience. It gave me courage, which came in ebbs and flows as the day went on. At times, I felt totally lost emotionally, and others full to the brim. The rapid changes were disorientating and confusing, and I was afraid to trust myself at points. But I knew that I had to. The mountains would keep me grounded, and in them, well, that was where I could come alive.
Can you see this? The view is opening up a little bit. We've dropped down below the cloud. That's Wales, people. Oh, I don't know whether it's the cold or whether this general experience is causing this, but I have the chills right now. I think it's just nice to see something other than mist. So the summit is over there somewhere. Let's keep going. Ugh, this is steep enough. This is pushing me a bit today. I know I'm really fatigued, so if you've watched some recent videos, you know that I've been hiking in the mountains for 3 weeks now. Scotland, then the lakes, then Wales. I've had a lot of emotional breakdowns. I managed to rack up a horrible cold. I'm pushing myself so much, and I'm only 2 days into feeling a little bit better. Both days of climbing Snowdon. This is the other side of the job. Gotta get it done. I'm loving it. I just want to use some grass to lie down on now. Jeez. You can see that? A bit of blue sky. Good stuff. Up. I'm good. We're good. This is fun. And wow, you can see the ridge now. Whoa. Just hang on. Whoa. That's cool. We've walked all the way along there. Look. And we can see it in front. That was incredible. Wow. It really feels like we're being rewarded for our efforts today. That is quite a sight. But I've got to be honest, when you can see where you're going, it does not have the same impact. Fantastic. comes the cloud again. Get ready for it to hit. This side is still clear. Oh my gosh, there it is. We're nearly there. Oh jeez, we're nearly there. I mean, I could have imagined that because the clouds come back in, but
as I approached the trig point marking the top of Crib Goch, I felt a rush of emotion. I couldn't quite believe what I had just achieved. I mean, sure, getting up the mountain was just halfway, but I'd actually made it. I had endured not only a gnarly route, but dark voices and hard feelings along the way. I had dug in deep to my why and to the truth that the only person who could get me up and down was me, just the same as in day-to-day life. Being around people helped. Being in the mountains helped. The metaphor of it all helped. And I knew that all of these things, every experience, every challenge, every extra step counted. That it was all putting into place a self-belief that was still very new to me. A belief that I count, that I matter. So, standing there at the top, I felt truly humbled, grateful and blessed. And I felt a little twinge of hope, too. That the struggles I faced in dealing with my mental health on a day-to-day basis could actually be reworked into something very powerful indeed. I just had to keep showing up, moment by moment.
I've just ducked down behind this cairn to get out of the wind. It's so cold now, I need to put another jacket on. We've made it though. We've made it. I'm just looking at the path going up to the summit and I'm not interested. I'm not interested in Snowdon. This isn't about Snowdon. This is about Crib Goch. This is about what I've just conquered in here. No one else can ever know that except me. It's a very personal journey. But I'm trying to invite you in the only way that I know how. To show you that no matter what, there are ways through the darkest spaces. That there is light and hope always, if we just keep going. My life matters. I am enough just as I am, and coming out here, it's good for me. It was harder than I expected it to be. I was way more fragile than I thought. Well, no. I knew I was fragile, but I didn't expect to be so impacted. But I've done it, and I knew that I could do it, and I've got myself through it. And if I'm choosing life in a place like this, then I can choose life down on flat ground. Choose to focus on the little things. Choose to feel joy. Choose to love and live and laugh. It's not always going to feel easy. My mental health is going to flare up over and over and over again. I'm going to end up in situations that are really scary, like that ridge. but I can get myself through them, and I can trust myself. I know I'm going to have to keep proving that for the rest of my life. I can trust myself. I'm sort of getting a view down there now. I'm looking forward to facing it. It is very, very cold. It's got to be, I don't know, like 1 to 3 degrees probably right now with the wind. It's icy up here. So I'm just walking up to the like commingling point of all the different trails. Well, many of them. You can see the Lamberis path, which runs up alongside the railway. Snowdon summit. I can wave. I'm heading down. It's not important to me in my journey today. All right, that's the way up to the summit. Let's get down this mountain. Oh, hello, doggy. Well, funnily enough, as we've dropped down, Crib Goch itself has come out of the cloud. Can't believe I just walked that. I can't believe today. I can't believe where I am and what I've just done. I feel changed, people. I feel changed. Right, I'm gonna head out for a speedy descent. So, well, to be honest, I just need to reflect. I just need to get back into myself and really just make the most of being on the mountain. So we'll see how filming goes. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot to digest. There's a lot to be proud of.
For me, the descent was easy. I felt light on my feet and nimble as a mountain goat. It was wonderful having the views up ahead, and I sort of enjoyed passing all the people making their way up the mountain. I left the pig track to join the miner's path, built to serve the Britannia copper mine on Snowdon. The miner's path is regarded as one of the easier routes up the mountain, hence why I made such a speedy descent, soon reaching Clyn Clado, the largest of the 3 lakes on Snowdon's eastern flank. Next to the lake were some ruins from the copper mining, including barracks built to house 100 men, which gives an idea of the scale of the mine that was worked on. Most of the buildings date to the 19th century. As I walked, I enjoyed reflecting on the different groups of people who have spent time on Snowdon, from past to present.
You know, there are so many different types of people out here on the mountain, and you can tell for some very clearly this is a first, probably the first and maybe even the last and only mountain that they'll climb, and that's really cool. I want to celebrate that with them, even though some people I do question what they're wearing if the weather was to change. But the thing is, you know, it causes a lot of self-reflection, and I go, why do I have to push my horizons all the time, push my boundaries, challenge myself, face my fears all the time? What is this incessant urge to push myself out of my comfort zone? But then I'm like, do I even have a comfort zone? Because so often I feel uncomfortable in my general well-being and existence. And that's not meant to be a sad statement, it's just true. The daily struggle of life with mental health and chronic pain is a lot. And some people will never know that. And who am I to be frustrated or angry at my limitations when they're just part of who I am? I have to harness them as my superpowers, not my weakness. And I don't know, just days like today really remind myself of what I'm capable of and where I'm going if I just keep showing up one step at a time. And also I want to support people to get out here. I want to support people to climb their Crib Goch, whatever it looks like, you know. Everybody has a mountain to climb. We all know the metaphor, but it just looks different. And this is where community is so important. Empowering one another, encouraging one another. I know I couldn't do this alone today, even though I've consciously done this alone today. And it's a real blessing to know that I have the outdoors as a safe place where I can just be and be me fully and wholeheartedly, unashamedly. The point is just to partner with myself and to inspire others to do the same. That when we really tap into who we are, if we take off the mask, if everybody did that, the world would be such a different place. It's scary, it's terrifying, it's hard, it's rough. People aren't gonna like it, but it's so worth it. Life is just so much richer. And for me, it means I land up in places like this. Anyway, I'm nearly back. Well, I'm not, I've got about a mile. But I'm just gonna walk this out slowly, thinking, thoughtful and reflective. And I'm gonna wrap the film up here with the reservoir and the mountains behind. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for accepting me for who I am, regardless of my struggles and difficulties. We are all the same, really, and we all belong. Step into this community, step into this space, and you will find a place of belonging. There are open arms, there's a warm hug. It's an amazing thing. Just be as you are. Until next time, enjoy your adventures, no matter how big or small, high or low, vast or not. Enjoy them every second and stay wild.